The woman who defied a pharaoh. The story of Asiya, radiyallahu anha.
In every age, Allah raises souls who become living symbols of truth. Some lead nations, some spread knowledge, and some, like Asiya, radiyallahu anha, the wife of Pharaoh, change the world simply by believing. Egypt was the heart of civilization, with towers of stone, rivers of gold, and an empire of gods and slaves. At its throne sat Pharaoh, a man so arrogant he called himself divine. His word was law, his pride limitless. He enslaved the children of Israel, forcing them to build his monuments to feed his hunger for power. Whips cracked, mothers wept, children cried. Yet, deep inside that palace of cruelty, one woman watched.
Her name was Asiya bint Muzahim, radiyallahu anha, the queen of Egypt, wrapped in silk and crowned in gold. Yet her heart remained untouched by luxury. She saw what others refused to see, the tears of the oppressed, the emptiness behind Pharaoh's arrogance. Her soul was too pure to worship anyone but Allah. One night, Pharaoh's astrologers came with a warning. A child would be born among the Israelites who would destroy his kingdom. Fear consumed him, and he ordered every newborn boy to be killed, turning the streets into rivers of grief. Women cried, soldiers shouted, but Allah's plan was already moving.
In a humble home among the slaves, Jochebed, the mother of Musa alayhi salam, gave birth to a child destined to change history. Her heart trembled with fear until Allah inspired her. She was told to suckle him, but when fear came, to place him in the river and trust Allah, for He would return him as one of His messengers. She obeyed, kissed her baby one last time, placed him in a basket, and trusted the river and her Lord. The basket drifted toward the palace, and the royal maidservants found it. Inside was a baby, his eyes bright and face serene. Pharaoh ordered, "Kill him," but Asiya, radiyallahu anha, stepped forward and declared that the child should be kept, perhaps as a comfort or even adopted. Her words saved the life of a prophet, for Allah had placed love for Musa alayhi salam in her heart and mercy in her voice.
The baby refused every palace nurse, crying constantly. Asiya, radiyallahu anha, grew anxious, her maternal heart unable to bear his suffering. Then a young girl, Musa's sister, quietly appeared and offered guidance, leading to Allah reuniting the child with his own mother. The queen's compassion became the bridge between mother and son, two women chosen in their own ways. Musa alayhi salam grew up in the lap of royalty, yet he never belonged to it. Surrounded by luxury, he carried the wisdom of a prophet. Asiya, radiyallahu anha, watched him with admiration, sensing his special destiny. But one day, defending an Israelite, Musa struck and killed an Egyptian, forcing him to flee into the desert. He left behind the palace and the queen who had loved him like a son. Asiya, radiyallahu anha, stood on the balcony, watching the horizon, feeling the void left in her heart.
Years later, Musa alayhi salam returned, not as a prince, but as a messenger. He entered Pharaoh's court and said, "O Pharaoh, I am a messenger from the Lord of the worlds." Pharaoh mocked him, asking, "Who is this Lord of the worlds?" Musa alayhi salam replied, "The Lord of the heavens and the earth and whatever is between them, if you seek to be convinced." His staff turned into a serpent. His hand shone with light, yet Pharaoh's heart hardened further. Asiya radiallahu anha, watching silently, recognized the truth instantly. She believed in secret. Her palace became her prison, her prayers her escape. When Pharaoh began torturing believers, she hid her faith until it could no longer remain hidden. Confronted, Pharaoh shouted, "Do you believe in the God of Musa alayhi salam?" She replied calmly and fearlessly, "Yes, I believe in Allah, the Lord of Musa alayhi salam, your Lord and mine." He demanded she renounce her faith. She refused, saying, "Even if you kill me 1,000 times, I will not abandon the truth."
Then she prayed, the dua that shook the heavens. "My Lord, build for me near you a house in paradise, and save me from Pharaoh and his deeds, and save me from the wrongdoing people." She did not ask for life, for revenge, or for relief. She asked only for nearness to Allah. Allah accepted her prayer. As she was tortured, her soul was shown her home in paradise, a palace of light, gardens beneath which rivers flowed. She smiled peacefully, even as Pharaoh shouted in disbelief, unable to see what she saw. Her soul was taken gently, and her story became immortal. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Many men reached perfection, but among women none attained perfection except Asiya radiallahu anha, Maryam alayhi salam, Khadija radiallahu anha, and Fatima radiallahu anha." Imagine the wife of a tyrant standing alongside the mother of Isa alayhi salam and the daughter of the final messenger. That is how Allah honors faith. From her life, we learn that faith is not limited by surroundings. Courage can be silent. Wealth cannot buy peace. Women in Islam are honored by belief rather than status, and true freedom is spiritual. Pharaoh imprisoned her body, but her soul soared to Jannah. Asiya radiallahu anha, the queen who defied a pharaoh, surrounded by power, yet surrendered only to Allah. Her story is not just history. It is a mirror, reminding us that no matter where we live or what surrounds us, faith can still bloom. May Allah make our hearts as steadfast as hers, and grant us homes near Him as He granted her.